Hey everyone, Ryan here on the Breakdown Riff podcast. Thanks for joining. This intro is going to be a little bit different. I have CJ Groom here with me, and I'm actually quite excited about this. I think all of you are going to enjoy it. There's so much information about Taking Fox Hollow, even a lot of stuff that I didn't know about them. And, for fans of Taking Fox Hollow, or even CJ himself, because, he's just such a talented and well-known musician, and literally everything about Taking Fox Hollow is DIY, and he kind of talks about it and goes into it. And so for anyone that is looking forward to getting into the DIY stage of a band or starting out or whatever, or even if you're a successful band in a way that wants to retract and go DIY, not be on a label, not hit up people about recording videos or photography, CJ Groom is the guy you want to talk to about it. He is doing it. Like, he is literally doing everything. Everything you see of Taking Fox Hollow, the videos, the editing, the photos, the songs, the mixing, the mastering, every little aspect about this band is 150% CJ. He is the mastermind behind all of it. We talk about all of that. We reminisce on shows that we've played, different things of where we've been, where we want to go, how things are happening in the world. It was a really great conversation, and God, we actually talked for 2.5 hours. Like, after we got off the call, because even after the podcast, like, we just kept talking. It was actually really great. And I really appreciate all that time that he gave me. Now, something I like to do is do a couple plugs at the beginning of the podcast, and for this one, it's Stay Noisy from Austin and Kyle. Two friends of mine. If you haven't heard those podcasts, or if that one, listen to it. Another two that are a little bit well-known and bigger, Get Tucked from Ryan Tuck from Fit for a King, and Lead Singer Syndrome by Shane Told. Both of those podcasts, I can't tell you enough of how much it makes you feel like you're more connected to just musicians out there, or even just people that you haven't seen or heard in a long time. It's just really great to hear about what those people that have their foot in the door in the industry, what they know, even things that they've done, knowing that they've been in a garage band at one point, or where they thought, oh, I'll never make this a living, and that's what they're doing. This episode, altogether though, because we're going to come back around to it, the episode itself was really great to record, and it was really fun to have the conversation. And here we go with CJ Groom from Taking Fox Hollow. No, this is awkward.
Cool, we're on. Hey, dude.
We're on, dude. What's up, dude?
Sorry, my house is super trash because we're fucking moving right now.
Oh, no,
just
dude, you're
fucking
good.
thrown everywhere.
Dude, you're totally good. Honestly, my room is so bright, and it's only because my window's open.
It looks good. Dude, your
Yeah.
posters are dope.
Thank you. I got her. I'll take my camera, so you'll see. So I got vinyls all up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then I got like hella pops.
Whoa, you do have hella pops.
Yeah, right. And then oh wait, let me see. So that's an Attila poster, or actually that's a wall flag. Then I got Spite, and then underneath it is more. Okay, so behind that whiteboard, there's like 5 vinyls, and then yeah, and then I got so that poster board behind me that has every ticket to every show I've ever been to or even played.
Yo.
And every movie for the last like 10 years that I've seen.
That's crazy.
Boom. And then I got this bad boy.
Oof. Yeah, I know. I was looking that on social media, dude. I looked at Jared. I was like, why have we never done that? Like,
really? Dude,
we've
hella people
never
were
done
like,
that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay.
So when shows come back, we're hella starting that. Not to swoop your idea, but just for like keepsake. That's so cool. It's such a good idea.
Yeah, no, dude, definitely. I'm surprised more people haven't done it.
I just didn't even think to do it because I guess I could still go back and like Facebook and find all the flyers and just print them out and still do it. But
Dude, that's what I did. I literally,
yeah,
I just went to my Instagram and then I just screenshot it and then I sent it to my computer and then I printed them out. I mean,
real.
there's a couple that I got from like the shows that I ripped them off the wall, but um, yeah, dude, and I got this new mic,
Hell yeah. What'd you get?
dude. It's a PD 70.
Interesting. Mics are
It,
crazy.
yeah, it's a dynamic broadcast microphone, but also like I was comparing it to that SMB that like a
Uh-huh.
lot of vocalists use,
Yeah.
and it's like the exact same.
Oh, well, then there you go. That's what I use. It's what's in this damn ball thing.
Holy shit! Yeah, no, it was like $130, and then with
Ooh, that's
insurance,
if
it was
it's
like
pretty
140.
close to it at the literally a fourth of the price, like
Yeah,
it's pretty damn good.
yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I'm. This is the first. Well, I did a podcast yesterday with Garrett. He came up here, and I like had like two microphones, and I was using our fucking mixer board for it, and yeah, it was kind of cool because I was testing this one. I was like, man, this one sounds so good
It
compared to
does
my other
sound
one,
good. It does sound real good, dude. You sound real clear.
dude. Okay, so this is like. Oh, actually, no, I can't even say this. I almost said it because I'm recording. Um, I'll tell you if I remember. I'll tell you after this
For
about
sure.
why I got this microphone, which I'm assuming you probably already think about why I went and bought a vocal mic. Um, yeah, right. Anyway, so let's do this. Like, how are you? How are things?
Dude, I'm good. We've been so busy this month. It's been a nightmare.
Oh, I'm
I need a vacation.
sorry.
No, in like a really good way though. Like it's just been a lot of work. Like we've just been doing a lot of work for TFH and I've just had my hands full and now we're moving. But thank God it's like literally the house next door to where we live. So I just like get to throw everything over the fence and we're moved.
So
But
wait, are you is it like a band house or your own house?
oh no, it's our house. So my wife and I we live in our little apartment here in town with our kids and we're gonna rent the house next door. It's a two-story house, like backyard garage, and we just need the space bad because we're going from a two-bedroom apartment with five kids to a two-story house, and it's gonna be a big difference. So I'm hyped for that.
Are you gonna be able to practice in your garage? Are you guys still gonna do that? You do it
um,
at Jared's grandma's or
yeah,
something,
we
right?
practice at grandma's. We'll probably keep practicing there. The garage is going to become my new studio. My studio setup has always been in like my bedroom or whatever, whatever I can have it in, but I'm actually going to be renovating the garage into like a nice well-built studio for me and the
That's
band
awesome. You
and
deserve it.
just a place for me to work without kids crawling all over me or screaming or just some quiet separated space where I can actually get to work. So that'll be nice. I'm actually really hyped for that. I've never had like my own set room that was built for it and I'm pumped on that.
Yeah, I
So
remember when I went over to your apartment. Actually, I went to two different apartments, and both times one was in the living room, and then it was like half in the living room and half in the kitchen. And you were like, "Yeah,
yeah,
we
as a
recorded
harvest.
with this like little, I think maybe it was like 20 watt or 15 watt little line 6 thing." And you're like, "Yeah, we got all the tones. Like this is what we're recording with." And I was like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck?" It
yeah.
sounds big too.
Yeah, I've been trying to find ways for years to make things sound better and better.
Yeah, no,
So
it's definitely I could hear it. I've been there kind of since the beginning. Well, I
yeah,
don't want to say the beginning, but like since 2012. That was the first time I saw you guys.
yeah.
And so okay, so I remember when you guys did the Alice like Alice
Like
Falling,
I
I
was
think.
still falling.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty sure I have it in this stack of CDs to my right.
Nice,
I'd have to
man. You
go
still
through
got
it,
one?
but yeah, I will you gave the mic probably didn't even pick my voice up. Yeah, I remember I grabbed one from you guys when you guys did that like little EP show at the workshop.
Damn, the workshop, man.
Dude, okay, I'll tell you something even crazier. I was just looking at my old videos. So I deleted my old Facebook and it said, "Do you want to download all the videos and photos?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Boom, clicked OK.
Mm.
Holy fuck, dude. I have without thought playing at fucking
Damn.
yeah, I got
I
like
haven't
back
heard
when
that.
Demetrius and Sergio were in Without Thought with Panda.
Uh-huh.
I have those videos.
Damn, that's a while back, man.
8 years or 9 because we're in
Yeah,
2021 now.
9 years.
Man,
That's nuts, dude. I remember the workshop. We had a hard time there.
dude, honestly, like it was cool for what it was. Like it was a spot for everybody to play. That was a kind of like not too. It wasn't away from town, but like
Yeah.
it wasn't like a problem to where it was at, But I
Oh
think
yeah.
didn't like somebody complain about it though.
I thought they were having some kind of issues with something. I remember talking to the owner back then while we were there, but I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't know if it was like a noise complaint issue with the neighborhood or what it was, but I mean, it was a
Yeah,
cool spot. Just we weren't as heavy as everybody else, and that always seemed to make us stand out real bad.
dude, yeah. But you know what? The difference between you guys and everyone else was you guys sounded like you were how do I say this without sounding I don't want to sound mean. You guys sounded like your record. So the way that your record was recorded and mixed and
Mm,
mastered was solid. So you guys sounded solid. Everyone else was almost sounding like they're still a garage band, which is no, there's nothing wrong with that. But it was I think
yeah.
that's what made you guys stand out was you guys came in with this force of reckoning, with this like professional sound, this look, because you guys were always very structured on what you guys were doing, and you were just
Mm.
always on time every time. And to me, every TFH show I've ever been to, you guys have always just been solid. I don't think I've ever realized if you guys ever did a fuck up. I don't think I've ever noticed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to be honest, like I don't really ever like look out for those things. But for the other reason is I kind of memorized. I memorized a lot of the songs from the like Alice Falling record because I listened to that one a lot. Me and Jordan used to listen to it all the time,
That's so
especially when
cool,
I got
man.
subs. Dude, when I got subs, that shit hit good.
Oh yeah, it does hit with a good system.
Yeah, so it was. I had that on rotation, along with Bring Me, fucking Asking, and
Mm.
A Day to Remember. But oh man, I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, continue on. Like, how are you? What's new with CJ?
Um, I mean, not a. I wouldn't say a whole lot of new, just a whole lot of progression, because that's the last 2 years has been my big kick on like DIY progression and just pushing myself to learn different softwares and learn how to do things and I'm trying to get better with everything at each release and just each time we go through things and we've really changed things up from how we used to do things. um we don't have all the money in the world all the time, so about 2 years ago we slowly started just pushing to get gear and start pushing everything to start going DIY, man, and just start trying to make everything we could for our band and just get better at it as quick as possible. So a lot of that has kind of fallen on me because I'm kind of our big computer wig. I record and mix and master a lot of our stuff now, and I'm trying to get better at it. So I'm just on the computer a lot, and I never really realized how much computer work it was going to take to, do everything that I do. But it's like a full-time job, man. I mean, I'm always on it. It's always a lot. It's always a lot to keep in mind. And lately, we've just been putting out music and filming music videos, so it's just been crazy.
Yeah, I kind of see the updates on social media, and like honestly, like every time. I'm sorry, I'm like just fucking with this wire.
Oh, you're
Okay, so like this little thing right here, it's all
yeah.
fucked up. So like I have to like hang it so that
Oh,
yeah, like that's why I like it, so I get a solid connection so I can hear you good.
yeah.
Oh, animal. Oh, you have two animals.
Arnold,
Sorry,
Molly,
I just saw both of
dogs.
them. Um, yeah, every time I do this and I see someone with an animal, I'm like, oh my god, an animal, and I get
Yeah.
excited. um, yeah, I don't know. Like, something I wanted to ask you actually about all this was like, so since you're self producing, self recording, you're literally doing everything. I remember years ago, I asked you about you guys getting signed. Like, have you ever tried getting signed or whatever? Because I always thought you guys were good enough. And I remember you were like, yeah, we've had offers, and we, tell them like, hey, can you help us make ends meet so we could do this? And they would always, kind of bullshit with you, and you'd be like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sign
Yeah.
something. With you being more self sufficient now, do you think you would possibly think back about getting signed by someone?
I think I think now we're building to a point um where I think we're gonna get real solid with not only our music releases but our content, because that was my biggest goal, and the change was to flip up our game and do something different where content was being released pretty consistently, and it just looked like we were after it, because we usually are, but we, in the past years we just never really had that much to show for it. So the big
Yeah.
change for going DIY and kind of switching up our strategy completely, like, it wasn't against anybody at all. It wasn't that we don't want to work with anybody anymore. It's nothing like that. It's just we wanted to take it all on personally because it matters to us, and just keep pushing it and trying to get content out. So I mean, you know, it's just been a lot. My head is in a crazy place. I need a vacation bad, but we're kind of in the middle of the year and in the middle of it, and I'm getting faster at things too, which is kind of helping.
Yeah, because then that can you're like once you get so good at it, you're just like I could do this in my fucking sleep practically, and then have extra
Yeah.
time to myself or tackle other projects, I guess.
hmm
Because
And by all means, I tackle it all as humbly as possible. Like, I'm no professional. I've learned off of YouTube and everything else I can, just like anybody else. I'm
yeah,
learning what I can daily, trying to apply it daily, just trying to get better, man. That's all I'm, really trying to do. So, I'm really excited. Things have been turning out really good, and I'm just hyped for that. But here pretty soon, some taxes are coming, and I have really big plans for that garage, that studio, and I'm
yeah,
going to be buying quite a few thousand in equipment and just
yeah,
things I need, a better computer, like just anything I need to better my workflow and kind of make my pace a little faster.
yeah. Well, I think at one point it sounds like you're probably gonna need to bring someone else on to help you out because your workload is like because we were talking about it before, and you have a
hmm
lot on your plate, and
Yeah.
yeah, you might need to get an outsider to start coming through and helping you out because damn, you got a lot on your plate, guy.
Yeah, it's almost, I like need an assistant.
Yeah,
Like,
legit.
I
Like,
do.
I'm gonna go yell at Jared. Like, Jared, where the fuck are you, dude? Go sit
Easy
next
to
to.
work.
Oh my god. Well, you don't want to tell him to quit his job. Just
Yeah.
quit your job.
Yeah, it's interesting in my situation because when we became foster parents of my wife's three nieces, it just got rough with COVID and schools and stuff. So I actually had to quit and stay home, and I've kind of been at home for a little while. So I'm
Yeah,
kind of full-time TFH through all of this, which makes it much easier than obviously working a job and doing everything I'm doing.
yeah,
But
that would be
it's
physically impossible.
yeah. But I mean, it's still kind of hard. We do have, a lot of kids. They're all under 7.
Oh my
They go to
gosh.
different schools. One is like a year old. It's fun. It's interesting. Usually I'm at my Mac, mixing and stuff, and there's kids crawling all over me.
Oh man, that's
So I get to be dad and yell at everybody from
yeah.
across the house while I'm mixing. I
I
can't
bet.
hear this snare. Shut up.
Does this sound good to you? It sounds like fucking banana. Who's eating banana?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be great to have an assistant. I mean, I'm hoping that not only I can get to the point where everything is quicker, but obviously when I get some new gear, it's going to make my workflow quicker. So I won't have to be, at the computer that long anymore. Cause my poor Mac, it's a 2015 base model, and it's been
Nice.
doing 4K Final Cut Pro videos and nothing but Logic for 5 hard years. And it's tired. It's done. It's pretty much like, I'm cool now. Like, I got to do everything I can just to keep it flowing, and it still is kind of laggy. It's getting old. So I'm just
Damn.
hoping with that. And then we're kind of falling into a place where I've kind of learned a lot of the tedious, time consuming things.
Yeah.
And that's also slowly, getting me faster. So I'm hoping that, as I get quicker, the boys get, they learn more and they get quicker with processes and the things we're going through. It's just going to be a bit easier because it's just been really rough for this last 2 years, just trying to learn from nothing, trying to start from nothing with a lot of things and then just do everything up at the same time. It's been a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's like I said, like I remember you had like that little microphone right in front of that little line 6 amp. You're like, yeah, we're recording the new stuff with this, and I was like, holy shit, like that's crazy. And you showed it to me, and you're like, yeah, I just have to mix it and master it to kind of like make it sound, better than what it was coming out. And then
Mm-hmm.
you showed me the Helix route. So are you still doing the Helix route?
I actually don't use the Helix to record anymore. That's become my live rig.
Okay.
We've slowly, while we've been doing all the content stuff we've been doing and all the music behind that at practice, we've been throwing a lot of money into our live setup.
Yeah.
And we actually have like put a lot of money into our PA. We've blown that up. Everything is in one rack now. So my
Nice.
Helix is actually in a rack with Jared's bass head, and then everybody's in-ears stuff, and then just the whole PA, everything. It's all in one rack.
Nice.
And but I'm hoping to get that MIDI controller, that floorboard Helix
Yeah.
MIDI controller soon, and I'll definitely be bringing it home and then running it through its, its ropes, because I want to test a bunch of stuff. The thing sounds great.
Wait, are you talking about the Helix MIDI board? That one?
Yeah, so I have the Helix rack, and they make I know they make the floorboard whole Helix, but they also make just the MIDI controller for it, just the floor switcher like board for it. And I'm gonna get one of those so I can control it.
Yeah. Because I have the rack mount one. I have the same one you have.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah. And then last week, no, 2 weeks ago, Hector went and bought that floor version.
The floor version, the full floor version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because before we were running both simultaneously out of the unit, he would go aux in and through the back, and then I would go input on the front.
That's right. I think I asked you about that.
Yeah, you were the one that helped me like direct that and like figure it out.
It is a little tricky, huh? But once you get it, it's not bad.
Yeah, no. Once you do, oh my god, I wanted to punch myself in the
Yeah,
face.
it's weird at first. It's weird at first. Learning curve.
Yeah, because you were the one that told me that could do it, and then we were trying to figure it out together over the phone, but it just was not working out. And then I just did some deep diving on YouTube, and I figured it out. Anyways, me and him got quite tired of dealing with that shit, so he was like, I'm just gonna fucking buy one. And I was like, alright. So what it was originally we split the price on the Helix rack mount, and now I'm just paying off the other half and giving him that money to pay off his unit.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, so and now he has like all those effects and loops and doodads or whatever. And so our live sound is going to progressively sound more like the tracks.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, because we lose out a lot of the effects when both of our guitars are going through the same unit, but only one guitar could have different. I don't know how to explain it, because it gives you can't have unlimited amount when you have two tracks. When you have two lines, you're limited on what you could have. So we had to cut out a lot of we had to cut out a lot of the effects on his guitar because he's lead, and so it's like, yeah, it's better just get your own.
Yeah.
Buy. Just go on that side of the stage. Get away.
Smart move.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm quite excited for the next song. I saw what you got. You guys filmed what? Is that 2 back to back, or was that just the one?
We just did 2 back to back. Last Thursday, last Thursday, and the Thursday before that, we filmed both. I had the first one edited within about 3 days, and I just finished the promo for the new one this morning, and I'm gonna start editing. I got about 2 weeks till drop to finish this one.
Man, you know what? I'm surprised you didn't like. Okay, so how many singles are you guys doing all together?
We're doing 4 2-packs this year every 3 months.
You should just call it like Taking Fox Hollow Season 1, and then Taking Fox Hollow Season 2, and then you'll be the first band that does seasons of music dropping.
Well, the reason for the switch up too was, content. We've been a band for 10 years, and we really don't have that much content, or we've just trashed past stuff and restarted.
Yeah.
So the big strategy, especially with the DIY thing, was to put out as much content as we possibly could. Yeah. So, that's been the big push. So the thing that we came up with, kind of based on some of the rappers and some of the musicians that were just putting out music really quickly.
Yeah.
And the 2-year album cycle's way too slow now. People don't. Yeah. It's just too slow. But to do a full length every year is like almost too expensive or too much. Some kind of. But I mean, we just figured, hey, 2 songs every 3 months with music videos, like that's pretty achievable, even though you gotta hustle.
Yeah.
And I write ahead of time, so while we're working on the 3-month block of 1 2-pack, I'm already writing in there for the next 3 months, that next 2-pack. So like I'm always trying to be ahead of the game so we can just get it done, release it onto the next, and we're recording immediately. And then we've kind of got it dialed this second time around. So I think the next 2 2-packs this year are going to be pretty smooth.
Fuck. So are you guys going to do a full length at all, or is it just going to be singles and then you'll combine them together?
I can't say yet.
Okay.
Next year, we're going to try to move to something bigger. I'm not sure if that's going to be like the most solid EP we can possibly make again, or a full length. I would love to do a full length. Um, this year, just because of COVID and shows being up in the air, we figured content was like is going to be the biggest public appearance we can make,
Yeah.
especially with trying to kind of make a little bit of a comeback once again. But I mean, I hope, I appreciate so much everything you've said, dude. Like I know I try to be as humble as possible, and that's like rule one in TFH. And I mean, even to hear you talking about past TFH, it's almost like I forget because I'm always in the current,
Yeah.
and I just don't even think about past stuff. And I mean, go every time I go on, that trip back, like that memory trip back, it's, yeah, man, TFH has been playing for 10 years, seen a lot of stuff, I've done a lot of stuff, and it's just kind of crazy to be where I'm at now, or where we're at now, like with it and with things after all this time, you know?
Yeah, something that I recommend to do to help, I guess savor those memories is like if you can go back far enough on any of your social media that has your first flyers or whatever, dude, print them out. Keep those puppies because one day that part of the internet might not even exist, and then all like kind of like MySpace. MySpace
Mm-hmm.
disappeared and everyone's shit disappeared. You can't find any of your photos anymore
Yeah, it got
from
all
MySpace.
deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I know like a lot of people are like, "Oh no, just save it to your computer." It's like, "Well, what if your computer crashes? It gets wet, it breaks for whatever reason. You just lost all that." So, now I just kind of, print everything. Oh no.
Oh no, no, we're good. You're back. You're back.
Oh, I'm back. Oh, I was talking the whole time. Oh shit.
It like froze for a second, for like a good 8 seconds, and then you came back. All right. I think we're
No.
good.
Okay. Did you even hear what I said? No, huh?
Uh-uh. Can you
Fuck.
repeat it?
I'll repeat it. It's okay. Everyone that's gonna listen to this is just gonna be like, "Wow, he just said that." Um. So what I was saying is, yeah, I just recommend printing all your stuff out. Even like, dude, we have photos. I have photos of our shows that we've played because it's like I don't want to save it on my computer and then my computer crashes someday and I lose it all.
Oh yeah, true.
So it's like I don't know. Like I look at my mom has like this big ass chest full of family photos from before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided, as like, especially this year, I'm sure you've seen all my pictures that I've been posting that my friend Austin's been sending or taking of me.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So it's like I just realized like I need more pictures of myself. I
Mhm.
barely have anything of myself.
Yeah.
And so it's like I just realized that like I'll never be this age again, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
So it's like I'm not trying to like hold on to like photos and memories because like I'm going to miss it. It's that I want to remember that.
Yeah.
Because like even my skateboard shop, I barely have anything from that because the original computer it was on, it got hacked by some dude in some other fucking country, and he wiped my mom's computer.
Dude, that sucks so bad.
Everything, yeah, dude. My mom had like 20,000 photos on there. I had all my original skate clips when I used to film. Fucking
Damn.
everything gone.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I just decided like I need to start taking pictures all the time. I need to print shit out and physically have them so
Yeah.
it's always there. And that's just something that, I do. And a lot of people like yourself are like, dude, why didn't I ever think of that? That's fucking
Yeah.
cool.
It's weird now too, because I'm always behind the camera and I'm always taking pictures now and stuff. And my wife Esme, she like co-films with me and helps me film, like when I obviously can't, when I need to be in frame, and then
Yeah,
she'll help take promos of us. I'll kind of direct it all up, and then she kind of helps, and she's kind of learning as we go, because she is pretty much my assistant, like when we go do music videos now.
that's really awesome that she's like
Which
that.
is, yeah, it's cool. She likes doing it, she gets interested in it, so it's really cool to have, because I obviously can't do it all by myself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck.
But it's crazy
Um,
you say that, because I we if I scroll down Instagram far enough, there's a lot there. I mean, TFH has been going for 10 years. When did Instagram start? Because I'm almost positive we made one real quick, and it's been going since.
I think Instagram started in like 2009. I
Oh, then
think
maybe we did make one immediately then.
it
I know if
had
you
to.
scroll to the bottom, there's some old stuff in there.
Yeah, I started mine in 2011, but or 2012 or something. I actually have a photo of my very first show ever.
Really?
Yeah, it was at in Crow's Landing. Do you remember when they used to do that metal in the cuts thing?
I think
It was at an
maybe.
airport. It was at an airport hangar or airplane hangar looking thing.
Oh, it was out off like Grayson and
Yeah,
yeah, the
and
hangar. We played. Okay, I remember.
yeah, that
We
was
played
where I
there
had
one
my
time.
yeah, I played my very first show there.
That's crazy. Yeah, we set up in the middle.
Oh yeah, it's because it was full of shit. So like
Uh-huh.
they had yeah, and then eventually, so when I finally, because I went there, I think I actually went there and saw you guys play that show. But then when I played it, they cleaned it all out.
Oh, that must
So
have been nice.
yeah, so when we played, we were at like towards the very back end of the building, next to the door and everything.
Yeah. Damn, I remember that. Yeah, we've played so many shows, dude.
Do you remember your very first show?
No, not at
Really?
all. There's
Uh,
been, dude, there's been so many. Because I mean, in the, the first, I want to say the first 2 years, it was a whole lot of get it going. And then after that, we just started playing shows nonstop, like multiple a month,
yeah.
like for, some months, like all year long for years. Especially in that middle chunk of TFH's lifespan, like we were just playing everywhere all the time.
Workshop. I think I've seen you guys at Workshop. I saw you guys in Silverado Canyon. Seen you guys play Turlock.
Oh, the church in Turlock?
No, no. Well, I consider that Crow's Landing shop thing, like that airplane
Oh,
port.
okay.
Um, Seen you guys in Sacramento. Have you guys ever played Boardwalk?
Mm-hmm. Quite a few times.
I'm trying to think. What shows did you guys play at Boardwalk?
I know we played with Crown the Empire one time there. That was like the biggest one. But we've played at least like a good handful, 5, 6 other times.
Yeah, I think we've
I
only
have a
played
terrible
Boardwalk.
memory. I can't remember anything ever.
Yeah, no, I think we only played Boardwalk 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Hold on, I gotta think about this.
Yeah, it's been a long. I can't
Dude,
keep them straight, dude.
yeah, no, it's so many. I remember the first time I actually played. Well, the first time I played at Boardwalk, actually, I remember that I was like ecstatic. I was mind blown, and then I actually got to headline Boardwalk, and I felt like I was the most powerful human being.
That was your guys' big show with the picture of your guys' name on the marquee, huh?
Yeah, and they misspelled
Yeah.
it. They named
Yep.
it He Last Titan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that was an on running joke. I'm trying to find this photo. You're just I don't know where the fuck it's at. Well, now I'm really sad because I had a photo of my first show, and now that makes me sad. I don't know where it's at. I have a okay, so I have a photo of my very last show that I played in my old band. That's depressing. I don't know where it's at. That makes
Oh,
me
what
sad.
was it?
For what?
The Turtles' Worst Nightmare? What was it?
Turtle's Last Nightmare.
Last Nightmare.
Yeah, that was whack. I mean,
Remember the theater in Modesto, 7th Street?
the marquee
Just the
or
theater, whatever. I don't remember what it's called, like the 311 theater or whatever. That lady ran it. Every time we'd pitch, she'd yell at all of us.
oh my god, no, it's called. You know what's funny is I was talking to Caleb from Ice at the Kill, and they fucking used to play that when they came through.
You want to hear something crazy? Like
Yeah,
super crazy?
yeah, go for it.
The only two things I don't remember playing at all. The only two things I remember was getting yelled at all show for pitting and Jordan talking to me afterwards with buzz cut hair, talking about going into the military but wanting to pursue vocals still. And I was hella encouraging him even back then. And that's crazy that I remember that.
All right, here we go. All right, here. I'm gonna move my mic a little bit. But I'll get close to the camera.
Oh snap.
Oh my god, hold on. It's like not. It's so blurry. I know.
That's all good.
Yeah, that was my very first show. It's so fucking blurry. Oh my god. I'm like, oh wait, let me see. I'm right there.
That's so cool that you have that.
Yeah, you
I'm
know,
gonna have to do some digging now because I don't know when TFH played first. I don't even remember where we played first.
I you don't remember? Okay, yeah, the first place I played, yeah, was here. I'm just gonna. I literally just sent it to you instead. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna send it to you so you can see it. We're all wearing flannels like dorks, because wearing flannels was the thing, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, the hanger.
Yeah, the hanger. That was 2014. Yeah, that was my first show.
That's crazy, man.
That was
I'm
7
gonna have
years
to do
ago.
some digging now. I wish I knew our show count.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know what ours is. I kind of, if I count last time, yeah, and last Titan I've done so much versus ATLN. And you've
I,
only ever been in Taking Fox Hollow, huh?
I mean, yeah, other than some little things here and there, but like coming out of high school, like or like last year, senior year of high school, like I wanted to start something legit. It was funny
Yeah.
because when they're, how pushy they are with college when you're a senior, and they
Yeah.
just push you and push you about it, and I was kind of like, yes, fuck that. Like I want
Yeah.
to play music, dude. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
I still
like
went for a little bit, but I was like, band.
you're like, dude, man, I don't know. I'm kind of tossed up, and then all of a sudden another song for the weekend gets put on. You're like, all right, I know I'm gonna play some music.
Yeah.
Man, I remember when that record came out. For that one's Homesick, right? Yeah, when Homesick came out, that was 2009.
Yeah.
And I remember my cousin Garrett. He showed me it, and he showed me Downfall.
Mhm.
And it was like around the time that Asking put out fucking whatever, the American Average. So like on repeat, me and Garrett had Suicide Season from Bring Me the Horizon. We had Homesick, and we had fucking whatever it's called. I can't even think. Stand Up and Scream. Those are
Mhm.
like the only three records that we had on fucking repeat from like 2008 to 2010. And then
Nice.
yeah, and then when 2011 hit, fucking they put out both Suicide Silence and Asking both put out There's a Hell and oh fuck, what's the other one? I could like see it in my brain. Reckless and Relentless.
Mhm.
And then a Day to Remember put out Common Courtesy in 2013, and that blew my mind.
I'm a I'm a big Homesick Day to Remember fan. Like if that's my one album. Like even though I'm a big pop punk kid, I'm a big Blink fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big Day to Remember fan, and Homesick is like my one album. Like if I get to pick one till I die, it's that one. I have a lot of good memories to that one.
Sepaternal from Bring Me would be mine.
Great album.
But
Great
hey,
album.
you know what? The between the last two albums, or if I had to choose the, it would have been a Day to Remember song or album, or it would have been a Bring Me album, one or the other. There's no
Yeah.
other bands out there that I would want to listen to every day. Oh, maybe Spite. I like the Nothing Is Beautiful album like a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
I wear it. I mean, I'm wearing fucking Outsider right now. I'm literally wearing Outsider joggers and a fucking crew neck right now,
Oh, you're all dripped.
dude. Every day, bro. I mean, I got TLT on my beanie though.
Flex.
Nah, that's my fucking bling. Okay, so actually, I really wanted to ask you this question. As soon as A Day to Remember dropped their record, I wanted to know your opinion on it because it doesn't sound anything like pop punk or fucking anything like ADTR. So where are you at on it?
Such a hard question right now.
You're the first person I thought of when that record came out.
As far as I'm concerned, those boys can do whatever the fuck they want. They've more than earned it.
Yeah,
Obviously, there's the classic debate of why would a band make the same fucking record year after year? You
yeah,
know, bands evolve. I think people are also kind of forgetting that those dudes are older. They're
yeah,
not, they're not younger. This is a much more mature take on their music.
yeah,
And obviously, resentment's still in there. There's still some heavy. What's that? Last Chance to Dance.
yeah,
That song slaps. Like there's still some heavy in there. They still gave it. But I just think that they're a little older and they're pushing a bit more mature sounds. I am still like trying to listen through it all together and I can't. Like it bothers me, but that's only because I'm so glued to Homesick and I think I have if I'm really stepping back objectively, I think I just have a massively biased opinion because I'm a like, Homesick is Day to Remember to me,
Yeah.
you know, but there's a billion people who probably still don't know who that band is, and they're
Yeah.
probably gonna, you know, Jared actually made a good point about it, you know, when it came out, like new fans are gonna listen to that, and if they've never heard Day to Remember before, then they may see that as more acceptable, you know, some older material or, you know, more mature material. So, I mean, even as a Day to Remember fan, even if I don't like it, I don't really mind. Those boys can do what they want, man. They do their own shit and they make it happen. You
Yeah.
know, as far as like DIY bands go, like Day to Remember and While She Sleeps, a lot of these bands that DIY hard, they're bands we look up to for those reasons, because that's what we're
Yeah.
doing now. So a lot of
Very
props
true.
to them. I mean, eh, calling it You're Welcome and then doing that is interesting.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, guess the story behind that is because they asked fans what should we name it, and "You're Welcome" was like one of the most like retweeted things.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, because somebody was like, somebody said exactly what you just said. They're like, why? They're like, that's bold of you to say "You're Welcome" and drop this fucking Target commercial record. And
Yeah,
I was laughing, and
that's
then
hilarious.
yeah, and then I was reading I was reading the comments, and people were like, no, or no, I think it was Alex. Alex is the drummer, right?
For us,
Yeah. From
Fernando, Nando.
no wait, no. Alex for a Day to Remember.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yes. So Alex, the drummer, he tweeted on that thread and was like, "You guys, we asked you what should we name the record, and you said You're Welcome, so we named it that. That's not our fault. That it sounds like Target commercials. So I mean, at least that's on record that the fans chose it. So I mean, I wonder what it would have been called. You
That's
know?
pretty cool, Ben. I mean, now knowing that, I guess that puts a different spin on it for sure.
Yeah.
It's just, I, I guess my biggest issue isn't, dude, stop. I know we're on the podcast with Brian Brown right now, dude. It's my alarm.
Dude. Yeah.
What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Thanks, alarm.
Talking about
Off.
a Day to Remember songs for the
Oh,
new record.
Brick Wall. That's hard for me to stomach. I don't
Yeah.
know what the hell is happening throughout that song. That's the only song that bothers me bad enough to just like turn it off.
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah, I can't for some reason. Like, I don't know if it's the just awkward, weird tempo changes or what it is about that song that just like repulses me. And I hate to use that word because it's a little violent, but like, like a brick wall to me. It's like me hitting a brick wall listening to it, and I don't know. I can't really nail down why other than a couple points, but it's just such a strange song that it legitimately feels like you're
Which one was?
sonically hitting a brick wall.
Which one was it?
It's called Brick Wall.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It's the
Yeah.
first one. That's right. I'll
I
have
don't
to.
really have an issue with the rest of them. It's just that one. That was the first one they put out off of it other
Yeah,
than Resentment. And when I heard it,
and then
when I
Mind
heard,
Reader
dude,
too.
okay, Mind Reader's fantastic. It's a great
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Great Day to Remember song.
I like it.
Resentment, I thought we were getting way more heavy back, and I was hyped.
Yes,
You know, and then
very.
obviously Last Chance to Dance is like hardcore and it's heavy and it's cool.
Yeah,
But you know, a lot of lightness, which you know, I can't even complain. We kind of do something similar. We're light and heavy too.
yeah.
You know, we have lighter moments and heavier moments, and it's just very interesting. And I just think I'm so glued to Homesick, man. I can't get away from it.
Dude, it's great. Dude, it's the only records I have from ADTR on my Spotify playlist is For Those Who Have Heart, the deluxe version of For Those Who Have Heart, and then I have Homesick, and then I have like this duo one where it's both that are it's both of them that are live, and then I got Common Courtesy, and then I have Common Courtesy live, and I don't have, and then I only liked one Bad Vibration song, and it was Bad Vibrations. That was the only song I liked off that record.
Yeah, that was another interesting. I was pretty worried about Day to Remember with that one. Not that I
Yeah.
should be. It's not my place, but like I just as a fan, I was like, oh, I don't know where we're going with this album. Like,
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like when Bring Me did Ammo. I was just like, oh my God. Well, I did like the first one they put out with Danny Filth. I think its name is.
I'm trying to remember.
Uh, fuck, I can't see that. Like that's how, man. I'm so bad. I don't even think I actually have any of those. I don't have any ammo songs actually on my fucking thing.
Ryan, you know what you need? You need
What's
a
that?
Jamie.
A Jamie? What the
A
hell's a
Jamie.
Jamie?
I watched the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm a big fan of that, and he's
Okay.
got Jamie who just looks everything up for him and his guests. If you could just be like, "Oh, I forgot. Hey, what's this?" and someone just Googles it real quick, boom, got it. Fact check.
Fuck, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mantra was a cool song.
Yeah.
Wonderful Life, that was the other one. That's a good song. You know what? I really liked Sugar, Honey, Ice, and Tea. That was pretty cool.
That's a cool song.
Okay, so something that makes me absolutely fucking infuriated was Why You Gotta Kick Me While I'm Down. When I'm Down. That song could be it could have had a fucking banger of a breakdown, but you know what they do? They just go back into the hook. Instead of it does a build up, and then before it goes, it's about to drop and go to a breakdown. They're just like, nope, we're just gonna fucking be a bitch and fucking just put a hook there. And I'm just like, oh my god. Made
That
me
band is
sad.
amazing, dude.
Well, yeah, the whole new EP though, I love every song on it besides the one with the twins, something twins, the Nova Twins, I think. I don't
Okay.
like that song. That song's just boring as fuck to me. It
Really?
does not belong on that EP at all. But apparently they're making a part 2 of the horror survival or whatever. They're making a part 2 of it.
Hmm.
So we'll see what comes
Yeah.
up with that. So we've talked about. Sorry, we like totally went off. We're talking about like all this
Oh,
other
it's all
shit,
good,
different
man.
directions. So when it comes to writing, who is the main writer? Because I
Oh,
know you
that's
already
a
do.
it's a big me, yeah.
So okay, so do the guys like send you anything of them like, hey man, I got it, or is everyone? Are you kind of like the Caleb Shomo of taking Fox Hollow?
Yeah. I mean, and I mean that humbly. TFH works as a democracy. We've always made it like that. I've always made sure that it is, and it's real fair across the board.
Yeah.
Um, Basically what happens is I kind of write out the foundations of songs, and then I'll program out all the drums, I'll lay down bass, I'll get lyrics going
Damn.
and vocals going, and then I basically have a full band pre-pro that I'll send the boys. If it's good enough, if it passes all of them, we move forward. If not, we go back. I continue to work on it. um, the boys definitely throw in some good ideas. They're kind of like my little niche idea.
Yeah.
They come up with good ideas on the spot just from hearing things that I don't typically hear, don't can't really think up. So they're helpful in that instance. But we do sit down and everybody kind of I do it all on like a real basic level with everybody's instruments, and then we write their parts out how they want to do it.
Yeah.
So I kind of map it out on a basic, but I do all my guitar and that kind of thing how I normally would. And then when we all sit down and go over each instrument and each part and all that, we go down in deep detail and just try to write it out how they want to play it, how they want it to sound, things they want to try. We go through all that, and then they kind of make it theirs in that way. And then everybody's got their part. It all comes together. But I mean, yeah, I do a lot of the foundation writing. I write a lot of the material. And then I think also because I do this much, it allows me even now with the video work to go from literally point 0 to point 100.
Yeah.
From the writing of it to the recording of it to the mixing of it to the mastering of it to the filming it, and then to even putting my own master on my own master video. It's
Fuck.
I'm literally getting through all of it, and it's been really rough, especially learning, but like I said, like it's becoming more and more rewarding as I get better and quicker.
Okay, so here's another big question. So, would you recommend to any bands to go the route that you've gone? Do you think it would be better for people to do this now?
Well, I mean, sky's the limit with what you can do nowadays. Technology and like even plugins are getting so good. Like
Yeah.
everything is getting so good. There's definitely an art to obviously recording, mixing, mastering, all that.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
never achieve, the where I would love to be someday. I hope I can achieve that. Um,
It'll happen. You're
but the
they sound
one
great.
the one thing that I think I've really gotten out of all this DIY too is just an even greater respect for people that do it on the professional level or push it as their business or just do it on that bigger level, because you really get to understand like how much work this takes, how much organizing and planning this takes,
Yeah.
everything it takes to make it happen or to get it to where it needs to be. So I do have a much greater respect for photographers, videographers, mixers, people that master, just studio engineers in general. Like I've I feel like I've opened my eyes in this to a whole side of band that I
Yeah.
didn't really know existed outside of just paying someone to do it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then, just the creativity is endless with that. So I mean, I think it's great for beginner bands to start DIY and just
Yeah.
work their way up to a point where they are getting into bigger studios and doing bigger things, because that's actually exactly what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
going DIY and building ourselves up to a great point, and then once we get real comfortable with, new material out and a lot of content for people to watch out, we're going to start taking those steps to get in studios or work with people or do videos with, people, and like kind of push our way out. It's always been a lack of money,
Yeah.
having one good music video or one little EP a year and that's it, because that's all you can afford, isn't great. And that's
No.
not a lot of content. You're basically invisible to the public eye on the internet. So,
True.
that's why we're doing the 2-pack thing, just to be steadily releasing things all year long and just on the ball the whole time. I
Have
think
you
it's,
thought? Oh, sorry. Keep
no,
going.
I'm sorry. My bad, dude. Go ahead.
Well, I was because you're talking about releasing all this content constantly. Have you talked to any maybe like marketing companies or people that could maybe help push that? That way, you get what you deserve for how much effort you're putting in. Because I feel like with you putting out pretty much seasons of what you're doing, you guys deserve so much more than you have, especially after
Oh,
10
yeah.
years of doing this.
Yeah. No, we're definitely building up to that point. We do have some promoters in mind.
Okay.
We're actually kind of on purpose trying to do it organically a little bit.
Okay.
Um, Especially because we've tossed so much past material and just, things have just disappeared that we've accomplished in the past and we've just fresh started. We
Yeah.
kind of wanted to try to build organically and focus on, local friends and family and fans that thought we just kind of fell off, and now we're slowly coming back and we're trying to build that organic kind of home team again, and
Yeah.
then start pushing from there. We are really treating, you know this time around, since the Revivify EP on, like it's a brand new band, fresh
Yeah.
beginning, clean slate. This is day one, go forward. So, we are going to push into all kinds of things. It's just a matter of time and money, like it
Yeah.
always is. So
Always.
I'm trying to achieve, this year is just about content. Next year we'll make a new annual plan for something bigger and greater and start, we've spent so much money on better gear, better softwares, better, just better everything, trying to better up our game. Once we
Yeah.
get into like a nice sweet spot, especially when I build up the garage into my new studio, we're gonna, all that extra money we were throwing is just gonna start going to things more like promoting, just better, more quality things. We just want to get to a good point where there's a lot, we wanted to flip basically what we had. There wasn't a lot to see or hear from TFH. We're trying to change that this year. Like
Yeah.
next year, when someone goes on our YouTube channel, I want them to see a ton of, like, an hour's worth of music videos they can go through. Just a bunch of content that people can watch.
Yeah.
So that's really the goal right now.
That was kind of like our whole thing when I was like, dude, we should start Titan Sodes. And they're like, everyone was like, what is that? I was like, dude, we're just going to video what we do before a show, us loading in. When we're at the show, what do we do? And then I'll videotape each person's set a little bit, and then I'll make a collage of it, and then fucking upload it. And then
Yeah.
it shows what we do after the show, like go get in and out or go to Denny's or whatever we're
Mm-hmm.
doing. Because a lot of people that are fans always are like, oh, I wonder like what bands do. They always have this idea like, oh, they go party and get fucked up. And it's like we all go in the van, get Denny's, and just sit there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never been I've never been. I think we've only partied one time after a show, which I don't even think it was like a party. It was more like a couple friends came from the show and we hung out.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm fucking exhausted.
Oh, you're good, bro.
I'm like, my sleep schedule is. I fucked it up last night. I stayed up way too late. I stayed up like 5 hours later than I normally go to bed. So I woke up. Then I woke up at like 6 because my brain's like, oh, you got to go to work, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I just. Oh, actually, I just remembered. I wanted to ask you this earlier, and I completely forgot. So, I've talked to you about this before, but I want this kind of like on record, you know. So, what was the reason on bringing Colby on? Because I know you already did like you did 100% of the vocals at one point. So
Mhm.
why the another member?
So we brought Colby on basically because I hate being glued to the mic, and Colby's awesome. But in more detail, like we used to have Andrew front,
Yeah,
and do all the screaming.
yeah,
I actually prefer to be kind of half on the mic and not, because my big thing is, as much as I do like to sing, especially for our band, I love to play guitar.
and you like to
And
move.
I'm a proud rhythm player, man. I'm not a crazy guitarist at all, but I'm pretty solid and timely, and I love to play guitar on stage and move. Yeah, I love that energy. I live for it in any music I play. And I just don't like being glued to the mic the whole time, and we have always kind of preferred the aesthetic of a frontman. And the other big thing too was that all this new music is a lot more technical than it used to be. It's a
Yeah,
lot, heavier, and it's a lot more solid than the previous material, which was a bit more bubbly.
yeah.
We've kind of dialed it into our typical TFH poppy choruses, catchy choruses, and then back to heavy. Those transitions I've worked on for the last 10 years to try to perfect to where it's so smooth.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Dude, Unravel is still a banger.
Thanks, man. Nice.
Dude,
The kids, as he puts the music videos on and they all play in succession, and
yeah.
all my kids headbang to it, even the baby.
Yeah, dude, it's a man. I remember when you guys first put it out, and I was just like, "Fuck, this song's so good." And then like when you guys played it live, and I was like, "Oh fuck, yeah!"
It's
Like,
yeah, that's a fun one to play live.
cause you were just doing vocals by yourself on that one.
Yeah.
Um, that was when Matt joined TFH too. Matt was in it, right?
For yes, because he was in obviously the video. He was in there until the album Lanterns. Uh-huh.
Damn, that was 2016, 2017,
I feel so old. I don't know. I don't remember
2016.
anymore. It's
Dude,
all blur, dude.
yeah, knowing that I've lived in Sacramento now for going on 5 years, it'll be 5 years this July. I'm just
Hmm.
like, where the fuck has time gone? Like, what the
Oh, I
fuck?
was gonna say one more thing about Colby too. I totally
Oh yeah, yeah,
spaced.
yeah.
Sorry
Sorry.
about that.
No, I
Um,
interrupted.
no, we're good. I'm just like super loopy too. I'm tired from editing so many things. But Colby actually brought something that, uh, it, as much as I do, like I said, TFH has always had that rule number one is to be humble, and I've really tried my best to always just be real respectful and humble throughout everything.
Yeah,
I don't really want to be the face of us. I know I do so much work for us, but I, like I don't know how to put it, man. It's like I appreciate the recognition, but I also
yeah.
don't kind of want it. Like I kind of like being kind of behind the scenes and just doing my thing and working my tail off and making it happen. But Colby just has that aesthetic, man. And we've known Colby since the Burning Bush days.
Holy
So
shit.
almost the life of the band. When he was in Veil Apart, we shared the stage at Burning Bush with them.
Oh my god, A Veil Apart was
Veil
so
Apart.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
And
shit, I haven't heard that in a minute.
uh-huh. And we used to play with Colby even back then. So we've known him for a long, long time. He's been a very well respected friend, just like a great friend we've grown up playing shows with.
Yeah.
And um I like his face better than mine.
Oh my
Like just
god.
as far as just being a face of TFH.
Yeah, that makes
Being
sense.
someone that, and I've already, I hate to give new details away, but even in like the newer music videos, well, I mean, I could guess I could say even in the past ones, like even in Ghost Notes, I've kind of purposely tried to visually make Colby an icon for us. His face, his being, his front manage, like just the new face of the band. And I think people have really accepted that well. And obviously everybody fucking loves Colby.
Yeah.
So it's been a really cool transition. And I'm actually really happy for Colby. I love that he joined us, and he's on this crazy ride with us. And the only thing we're missing now is another drummer.
Oh fuck. Wait. Okay, so it's 2 guitars. Well, technically your guitar and singing. Then you have Jared on bass, Colby on main vocal, and you don't have a drummer anymore. I thought you had one.
Oh, no, we have Fernando, and he is currently drumming right now,
Okay.
but he wants to go to lead guitar.
Oh.
And when we had Sam for a little bit in the band, when we did Deadbeat, the music video, he
Yeah.
was with us very shortly. Nando actually bought like a brand new 212 orange cab. He brought a 7-string, one of my 7 strings off me. He bought a Helix like mine. He bought the floorboard. Boy spent about $3K on his new rig to be our lead guitarist, because that's what he ultimately wants to go to. And
Yeah.
with losing Sam quickly, he was kind of forced to go back into drums, which he's cool with, but I know the boy wants to go to lead guitar. So we kind of are in the background. We're not putting a lot of effort into it because obviously for shows it's not that big of a deal right now. But we are kind of quietly looking for another drummer, just
Yeah,
so we can go back to 5. Because I think the ultimate goal is to get back to 5. I think TFH, especially with the current music, the way it is,
yeah.
will just benefit from it. Because the only option we really have now is to backtrack the leads with the backtracks and everything, So, but
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
fuck it.
we're
Dude,
chilling.
show goes on, man. We have
Oh yeah, we're
backtracks
chilling.
for lead, for rhythm, for bass. We have backtracks for drums if we ever need to, which hopefully we don't.
Yeah.
Um, it's just good to have those. The first time I saw the word alive, uh, Luke Holland left like a week prior, and they still,
Damn.
yeah. So they played a show with his drums on backtrack,
Damn.
and their
Well, way to
vocalist for
still
some
make it
reason
happen.
wasn't there either. It was just
Oh,
the 2 guitar players. It was really
damn.
awkward.
Probably just didn't want to let fans down, man. That's a terrible position to be in. People bought
Yeah.
tickets and they're hella waiting. It's probably the least you could do, even though it's not the greatest.
Yeah. Well, the other good thing about the show though is that like it was we played with them on that. It was the Queen Mary boat show with I Wrestle the Bear Once, Get Scared, The Word Alive, and like 100 other bands.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking insane. And we played literally in Long Beach on the Queen Mary boat.
That's so cool.
It was cool, but it was hot as fuck. It was
Do
so
you think
hot
that
Ugo
was
passed out.
do you think that was one of the coolest shows you guys played?
No.
No?
Okay, wait. In ATLN, the coolest show I played in ATLN was the We Came as Romans show
Oh, okay.
with
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
pretty big. Yeah.
Well,
Was that the festival? That was the
yeah,
festival, huh? Wild
yeah,
West Fest or whatever it
yeah.
was?
Wow Wow Fest.
Or Wild Fest. That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? No, I think my favorite show I played, man, in ATLN. We didn't play a lot of. We played the 2 best shows we played. Well, the 2 shows I played, the 2 best shows I played. Oh fuck. Yeah, nope. The 2 best ones were the 2 festivals.
Yeah.
Everything else we did was pretty shit. Like pretty shit. Um, I'll say Wild Wild Fest, but for Titan, I don't know, man. I played like in the middle of Carson City, dude. We played on this stage that was outdoors in front of this bar. Like 500 people showed up, and this is
Woo.
raining, and 500 people were there. It was
That's
insane,
nuts.
and
That's tight.
I only knew literally 2 people. One was my friend Mike and his sister. I didn't know anyone else.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so like that one was really great. Or the headliners at Holy Diver. I mean, you know what though? Ace of Spades was also one of my favorites, but
Mhm.
I ruined it. I ruined it for myself because I used to have like this Schecter that was like it's called the Schecter Apocalypse, and it was like green, and it had like a fuck, I forgot what kind of body shape it was. Anyways, on the pickups, it had these little tiny like circles on the
Mhm.
pickups, right?
Mhm.
And I at the beginning of the first fucking song, CJ, I strummed it, and the high E or whatever got stuck on it, and I didn't realize it. So the pickup just picked up, and it was just like the entire fucking show.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, and
Oh no.
yeah, and I never fucking, I thought, I don't know what it was, man. I had no idea what was going on with it. And then I switched to my 7-string, because we had a different song come up. We played violence, so I switched to it, and I didn't have it anymore. But I had all these extra noises and shit, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. And that's when it was that show that made me say bye bye to fucking
Analog. Yeah, I was just
Fuck
gonna ask you
analog.
that.
Dude, I was like, yeet, got rid of that shit,
Yeah.
and that's when I talked to you about the Helix, and then I went and got that. The last show I did play with it though was the Halloween show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the last show that I used my 5153 head.
Have you had any like any feedback issues with your Helix at all? No.
Nope, I've had 0. It is a
It's
beautiful.
great, huh?
Dude, it's great. But
you just adjust your thresholds for your freaking noise gates, and then you're just solid.
Yeah, I will say though, like recently, over the last the last week, I started a new chain, so my tone is now fucking brutal as fuck.
Hell yeah, that's always the best feeling when you dial something in. That's just awesome.
But exactly, but how do I explain it? So it's like the tone is so intense that it actually gets feedback. So I need to go back in and reset everything. But it's absolutely like, man, why are people are fucking messaging me like crazy right now? I don't know why. Yeah, it's really great, and I am so thankful that you technically kind of like convinced me to do it. It's like my favorite purchase besides my new guitar.
I used to run. I mean, I still have my Mesa 412, but I used to run a 5152 head.
Yeah.
And some pedals, and just I would be spending all this money on pedals just to have the most massive feedback issues, and then just constantly messing with it, and just I'm just more simple than that. Like, I just want to plug and play, man. Like, I don't want to deal with all that. And even though analog sounds great, hooking all that shit up to the top of Holy Diver stage up the stairs just to have feedback is absolutely terrible. So I don't want to call it a laziness thing. I'm going to call it a simple thing. I just like being simple and it being straightforward, and knowing some people with Kempers, and then obviously the price difference, the Helix just kind of seemed perfect for me. And dude, I love that thing. I love it. And I've still barely scratched like the surface of it, really. I mean, I've managed to somehow, someone has allowed me to have one tone for like 10 years on every TFH show ever. And I'm hoping, obviously, the new music has, new tones and some more interesting things in it now as it matures. And I want to be able to play that. So I want to get that floorboard and start. Once I get the floorboard, I'm going to bring it home and just dial in everything I need for every song. And, I'll be able to have I think I'll have a lot more fun as a guitarist once I get the floorboard, because floorboards are fun, man. They change the game.
Going back to a 5-piece too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how I am about Titan. It's like we did the 4-piece thing for one tour, and it wasn't right. Like, because we didn't have a lead guitarist, so it was just me on rhythm, Hector on bass, Jordan on vocals, and then Ugo on drums, and we had lead guitar. Because I can't play solos. I can't play the solos John wrote. They're just way too advanced for me. I've never been a solo guitar player. I've always just played riffs and breakdowns. That's it.
Yeah, I'm there, brother. I'm with you.
Yeah, so like
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you've ever heard any of the solos, but like I can't play that shit. Like that shit's just like
they're pretty fast.
Yeah, I can't. So we just backtracked them for the tour because we didn't want to cancel it, and it was too late to have Hector try to learn it, and so we were just like, fuck it, we're just gonna tour without it.
Nothing wrong with that, really, man. At the end of the night, when you're moving hard and the band's going off, I don't think anybody really cares. The only people that ever care are other musicians, or like, really opinionated other people that notice.
Yeah, no, dude, it was so loud, and the venues were so small, it didn't really matter. It came out, it was amazing. We still had a great time. So something I want to ask though.
Mm-hmm.
And no one can see this, but I'm putting my hands together.
Ooh.
What are your top 3 favorite breakdowns ever?
Oh man.
Garrett had a hard time thinking about this, and then he realized like recently he was like, okay, these ones, bam, 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 and he was quick about it. So take all the time you need. It's okay.
Oh no, the hard part for me is that I know there's 3 I love, But I do this weird thing where I really don't listen to a lot of music on purpose because I don't want to subconsciously write like it.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
there's been so much new music out, and now I feel bad because if I'm gonna pick, it's probably gonna be older songs.
Dude, my
You know
my
what
favorite.
though? I've got to throw in this one because I used to purposely try to piss people off in high school here in Oakdale.
Yeah,
I'd be in my Jeep Cherokee and I would blast Final Episode as
nice.
loud as humanly possible to piss off anybody I could. So just for nostalgia, that's got to be one.
Dude, mine was Agape from For Today.
Oh, there you go. That's
That's
a good one.
2008. So free as far back as you think. I mean, there's a lot of good breakdowns over the years, man. Final Episode, that's a solid one too.
Man, dude, I'm
No
trying to think through.
ADTR?
n- Yeah, I just
You gotta
hate
pick
to go with
one,
that because I am such a fan. That's kind of an easy way out, huh?
but it's honest.
What's the? I'm gonna sound so dumb. Everybody hate me right now. Go, just hate me right now.
No one
I
hates you.
can't remember the freaking. What's the Bring Me the Horizon song? It's something Wolves.
House
It's
of Wolves.
House of Wolves. I fucking love that song. That's one of my favorite Bring Me the Horizon songs there is. I'm
Have you ever
almost
seen them play
positive.
it?
You know, I haven't seen them play it, but I have seen Bring Me on the Parks and Devastation tour. We
Oh
saw them
my
in San
god.
Jose, and they went off, dude. They went off. I mean, everybody went off on that tour, but they went off. It was great.
Oh my god, dude! I got to share the mic with Ollie on that song in San Francisco, cause I crowd surfed,
You're
and
so
they,
lucky, dude.
dude, this is the first time I ever saw them. I crowd surfed, and they dropped me right in front of the barricade. I didn't make it on the other side of it, and I got pinned between this chick and this dude, and the barricade. I looked back, and I was like, "I'm sorry," and they're like, "No, it's cool," like and like I'm just there the whole. And that was at the beginning of that. That's the Spirit, which was the opening song. So the
Yeah.
entire fucking show, I was barricade.
No way. That's so cool.
Yeah, dude, I have pictures and videos of literally Ollie like in like touching reach, and then he just put the mic out to the crowd. I fucking the guy behind me picked me up and pushed me into the fucking mic, and I got to do the scream part on it on the breakdown.
That's so sick, dude.
Dude, it was fucking sick as fuck, and I never thought that would ever happen to me in my life, and it did. Go to shows. Everyone needs to go to shows. You don't know what's gonna happen. That's gonna be amazing.
That's true.
Uh,
Damn, man. I'm like really trying to think. Like, that's a hard question, dude. 3 favorite breakdowns? There's so many good breakdowns, dude.
okay, if you want to do more than three, you can. You can do a
House of
couple.
Wolves though has that. I swear to God, it's the breakdown I'm thinking of.
Yeah, bump.
Yep, I love that fucking breakdown, dude.
Oh yeah, you said you.
There's just so many good ones, man. It's hard to pick. There's a couple While She Sleeps songs I love the breakdowns in.
Oh yeah,
But I don't know. I'm not like too much of a breakdown like fiend, but I like when a breakdown fits the structure of a well-written song like just so perfectly that it hits just extra hard.
yeah.
But
I'm
I have a hard
looking.
time listening to music, dog, because I just like study it too much.
Dude,
It's
oh
hard
what
for
the
me to
fuck? I
just listen.
forgot. What separates me from you was released in 2010. Oh, Sticks and Bricks had a good one.
Yeah,
Second
that's a good
Sucks
one,
too.
dude. Second Sucks.
Oh fuck. Oh, I forgot about those ones. I forgot there was. I always think that's on the Homesick record because they were
I wish
released
I
back to back.
I wish I purposely listened to more music, and I have such trouble with that because if I like something well enough, I'll get in my writing sessions and I'll subconsciously write things similar, and I try to avoid that at like any cost. I try to avoid that, so it just comes from me, just to
Yeah.
try to keep it as original as possible. But then the boys go, "Hey, did you hear the new whatever track?" No, like I'm not
No.
listening to. I don't pay attention because I'm over here doing TFH. You know, it's terrible. I gotta listen to more music.
Yeah, the songs that I've heard,
Thank you,
they're good.
dog.
They're good. I'm not
You
I'm not gonna
know,
say anymore. But I mean,
there's
so
one more Wage War song. There's a Wage War breakdown I love, but it's
prison
fine.
is it Prison by Wage War?
No, it's an older Wage War song.
I don't know any Wage War songs besides that one.
Let's see. I know it's soon as I see it. I swear to God, I'm gonna know what it is. It's the Breakdown and Alive. We jokingly play this at practice all the time. I think there's a breakdown. I love that song.
I don't know any Wage War songs. I only know the one that's called Prison because the band Prison wrote a song called Wage War. And
That's
people were
funny.
and people were making fun of Prison, being like, "Is it Prison by Wage War or is it Wage War by Prison?" They're just being
That's
jokes
funny.
about it. Yeah. Yeah. There was something else I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I'm a terrible person to actually ask about any current music because I just don't pay attention, man. I'm so tunnel vision to TFH, which is a good and bad thing, I guess. But I just don't want to write anything like anybody else.
Yeah. Okay. So this is okay. So I should have asked this like at the beginning of the podcast, but I'm gonna ask for it now because I want to know. So, who and what and how did TFH start?
TFH started basically, I kind of mentioned it earlier, like halfway through senior year with all the college pushing and everything, and just them kind of telling you, hey, what are you going to do for the rest of your life? Like you're supposed to freaking know at 17.
Yeah.
And all I ever wanted to do was play music. And then I kind of spent the first half of senior year just really thinking about just going it through my head, like pros and cons, like what it might be like. And then I just woke up one day and was like, yep, music is what I'm doing. And I've just not quit since, and I just won't. Um, but I started it with my best friend at the time, Cody Rao. He played lead guitar. So we had two guitarists. We got Andrew, who came in with bass before he was even a screamer. And then it was the three of us. And then we slowly just started getting a full team and started writing music, started making it happen, man. But it was me my senior year. This is what I wanted to do, and sure shit, 10 years later, still doing it. So I'm doing something right.
Yeah. I've talked like somebody was like, they made a they were kind of making like a, I'm not gonna say a stab, but like how they say oh fuck, I'm like, I'm fucking this story up. When people kind of say something about like rock stars, they say something like you're like not a hurting musician, you're a fuck. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but so I've had
Basically, that I've been trying so long that it's just kind of ridiculous.
no no, because I've had people say shit to me that kind of makes it sound like I'm not successful in music, and I'm not. But at the same time, I tell people, I'm like, I'm not a famous rock star. I'm not a failing rock star. I'm just a starving rock. I'm a starving rock star. And they're like, well, they're like, what? Like you need to eat? And I was like, no, like I'm a rock star because I fucking play shows. I've sold out fucking shows. I sell merch. I fucking melt people's faces. But I'm starving for more of a stage. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starving for more of a crowd. I'm starving to play more shows.
Yeah.
And so, just remember if someone ever like tries to like say something shitty to you, just be like, I've done more than you will ever fucking do,
Yeah.
and I'm
I,
happy where I am. Like
I
I've
I've
done everything.
I've heard it all, man. I mean, I've heard the good and the bad. Over 10 years of doing it, and as far as I'm concerned, I love this
Yeah,
more than pretty much anything. And people close to me that know me really well, they
yeah,
know how passionate I am about music and about the band. And it's TFH isn't something I do. I literally live to do it. I wake up every day. What's next? It's for 10 years, and obviously, up and downs, but always going forward.
yeah,
And as far as I'm concerned, even though I've worked my ass off tenfold in the last 2 years than I ever have, which is actually saying something because I've always worked hard.
yeah,
Um, tripling that, however you want to call it. I'm so freaking proud of myself and proud of the boys and proud of our home team that helps us and the people that support us because making this comeback has been the most fun and the most creative thing we've done ever.
yeah,
And we've gotten so much joy out of being in every step to do everything.
yeah,
And I'm not really concerned. I do get really down on myself. I do get pretty I'm really hard on myself. I'm my worst critic in the worst way. I'm always pushing. Nothing's ever good enough. Like the boys could love a track and I'm hating on it still. Like there's always something wrong. Like I'm just that way, and I'm not even a perfectionist. I just want to be the best I can be every
Yeah.
time. And I want that for the team, and it, I've I'm slowly learning and I'm getting better at just pushing the noise out because it used to affect me really badly. I'm kind of sensitive to it.
Yeah.
I try to be so nice and respectful to everybody, and then when someone hates on something, I just get all sad. Like, damn it! Like, I just want everybody to love each other. Shit, I'm a big old hippie about it, but that's why I try to be so encouraging and I try to help at shows and stuff because I want everybody to succeed.
Yeah.
And as far as succession goes, uh, you succeed in different ways. Everybody's succession is totally different. I mean,
I
if your
agree.
goal is to be that big rock star on the Warp Tour lineup or blowing up festivals and making bank and throwing millions out your Lamborghini, great, go for that. Um, as far as I'm concerned, this restart has been such a clean slate from all the past stuff we've ever gone through that all I'm concerned about is if we're content with our material, and if close friends and family are and they're supportive, which it's been nothing but, which has been great. And as far as any hate goes or any concern about how long we've been doing it, and I've had it all, man. Like, you're still going after all this time and you're not even much farther than when you started. Like, okay, like that's cool, but this is not just for everybody else. This is for us too.
Yeah.
We wanted to see what we could accomplish as a team. And
Yeah.
every 2-pack we've released after releasing Revivify, like everything we've released in succession, we've become more proud, more experienced, more confident as a band than I think we've ever been
Yeah.
in ourselves. And I'm slowly trying just to get my headspace to a point where, look, I am busting my ass. If anybody had anything to say about it, I might care a year ago, 2 years ago. I don't care anymore. I work too hard to really mind. I don't think people really hate TFH. I think it's always been kind of they've just been doing it forever. And if people want to put us up on their ladder somewhere, that's fine, but it's their ladder.
Yeah.
We're going to be where we want to be. And we're actually the happiest I think we've ever been.
That's good.
And continuing to do so, you know what I mean? So, I, I'm hungry for it, man. I mean, I
Yeah.
hope it shows. And a lot of close support to us. They know how hard we bust our ass, and they know how hard I bust our ass. And I we'll see when shows come back. Like I said, I am kind of a sensitive person, and I really love to just love everybody and encourage everybody. And I honestly do have a hard time, not with straight criticism, just any negativity. I just don't really see need for that. Like, I don't care for negativity. I'm
That makes
not in a
sense.
great place to even deal with it, and like, it is
If
what it is.
Yeah, it's like what I was telling you when we were texting that like what Tuck says. He's like, whenever we see a negative comment, we don't even fucking say anything. We just
Yeah,
ignore it. They're like, I don't want to be friends with that person. I don't care if they hate me or my band or my song. Like, obviously, I don't want to be friends with them. I want to be friends with the person that likes my song, that wants to be my
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
And
And Jared made a good point about that, man. Like, we may have some old friends that don't really support us anymore. We may not. People we don't hear from anymore, don't really interact with anymore. Like, it is what it is. We're gonna make new fans and friends and new experiences out of this, and that's what's important in the current than me worrying about anything in the past or any drama in the past or any of that crap. I'm getting too old, man. I'm almost 30. Like,
dude, I
I'm
feel
just,
you.
I'm kind of over that. I'm just ready to succeed and encourage and make it happen, you know?
Yeah, no, that's just how we are after everything that happened to us last year. I'm just like, dude, I'm turning 29 this year. If you want to act like high schoolers, don't come around. Don't come to my fucking house parties. Don't come to my
Yeah,
fucking shows. The festival that we're headlining, don't fucking come to it. I don't fucking care. I don't want you to come to this thing. I don't want your support. I don't want your
yeah.
pity. I want nothing. I want
And I
nothing
think
from you.
too, I think the reason why I get so sensitive to negativity towards like the band or our music or us or whatever the case is,
Yeah.
I'm so passionate about music and TFH. Like, I put my everything into it. And though I shouldn't care, like, if someone just comes out of left field, totally unnecessary, just hating on it all and just trolling, like it upsets me only because I'm putting every bit of my soul into this for someone to just crush it because it's funny or whatever the case, and that shouldn't even bother me. But in the past, it always has. Like it really gets to
Yeah.
me, and I don't chase down people. I don't comment back. None of that crap. It just, you know, you put your soul into something and work as hard as I do on things. Like it just kind of breaks you down to see that. But the world's
Yeah.
the world, you know. You got to toughen up and
Dude, look at Attila. They're big because of how many people hate them.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
dude, that motherfucker, like, you could hate Franz all you want. You could say he's the worst fucking person. That motherfucker has a mansion, has a Lamborghini, has
The dude's a
two beautiful
genius.
children. You know, yeah, he's a fucking genius.
He's
He
a business
headlines fucking,
genius.
yeah, everything. Dude, he
Uh
does
huh.
everything. I've like thought about this, especially after last year when he decided to start his OnlyFans and even more people got mad at him. I'm like, you're only mad because he's nailing the girls that you fucking jerk off to. That's the only reason why you're fucking mad, dude. Like, you have no reason to be mad at him. Like, what is
Just
he
hating
doing
to hate.
wrong? Like, what
Yeah.
is he, like? If it was your homie that was fucking girls, you would be like, dude, high five, bro. But because you don't know this dude, you're mad at him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's funny how we look at other musicians as this rock star celebrity type. They're just people, man.
they're just fucking people,
They're
man. But like,
just people.
from you to me, we're just friends. We're just we hang out. We have a good time. We talk just like this. It's normal. And then you have other people that go, you know CJ from Taking Fox Out? I'm like, yeah, I know him. And they're like, what's he like? I'm like,
You're full of shit.
no, dude, no. It's like people have that reaction to people that are fans of TFH, fans of Titan, fans of fucking, any band. To us, we're like, oh yeah, we're just friends. We all just play shows together. And then other people that are just fans are just
Yeah.
like, you've played with this band? I'm like, yeah. And they're just like, how are they? I'm like, I don't know.
Dudes.
They're normal. They're
Just
dudes.
dudes, like
They slept on my floor. Like they don't, like the biggest one is whenever people are like, oh my god, you hang out with the Void or for the likes of you. Oh, Jared Dines. I'm like, yeah, why? And they're like, what's it like? I'm like, I don't know. It's like it
talking
is
to
right
another band
now.
dude.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
it's no fucking different. And I think it's just I get nervous around even bigger bands. Like I'm talking about fucking massive fucking bands. I
Hmm.
get like I got hella shaky nervous when I met Mick Thompson from Slipknot. I was
Hmm.
absolutely fucking shooketh.
Well, I guess if it's someone you look up to,
Yeah.
totally different. Like the pressure's on.
Yeah, cuz like I've met Jacoby Shaddix a few times and the drummer, whatever's drummer, the drummers of Papa Roach. I met both of them a few times, and I don't have that reaction. I
Yeah.
do get shaky though around Fit for a King because I fucking love Fit, dude. I'm a huge
Yeah.
Fit fan. I have 3 of their vinyls. Actually, I have 2 of them hanging up right now, and I just got another one like 2 days ago.
See, that's how I'd feel if I ever got to meet Blink or like meet Green Day or like one of my bands that I loved growing up. Like I'd fucking shit a brick.
Dude, yeah, dude. If I, oh my god, like I, I wanted. Okay, so I can't say I. Okay, you know what? I'm just not. That's a story I'm not gonna say. I will retract the story I was about to say.
You're rip.
Yeah, fucking bye. Um, so I don't know how long we've been doing this thing for. It doesn't even have like a time of how long.
I
It's
think
been
we're
an
on an
hour
hour and a
and a
half
half.
ish almost. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Um, we could cut it off in a few minutes. I asked
For
you,
sure.
yeah, I asked you about yourself. I asked you about the band. What's something about the scene that you enjoy? I haven't asked anybody this, but I'd like to know what are some good things about the NorCal or Central Valley scene that you
The,
like?
Ce- the Central Valley scene, at least for our type of music, is not really existent just with lack of venues. We've
Yeah,
seen, where we're at in Oakdale, we're about 20 minutes from Modesto on 99.
yeah,
We're kind of almost smack dab in the middle of everything, which is actually nice for us to get to everywhere, but there's not a whole lot here. So we do end up in the Sacramento, NorCal area more often. We're trying to push out to the Bay now more. Well, when shows come back, we will. But
yeah,
I really like the sax scene because it's not all the same metal. or metalcore. It's everybody definitely brings something different to the table in every lineup, and I actually really like that. I like, a band that comes up and they're heavier and then a softer one, and then I don't really care for a show at all when every band just sounds too alike.
Hmm.
The show feels drony a bit,
Yeah.
I feel
Makes
like,
sense.
and I've witnessed that quite a few times in the past where a lot of the bands and lineups, sound way too similar, and it's, even though they're all the same genre, it's just kind of a drone of a show. I like the
Yeah.
variety, so I kind of like when, there's some differences sonically, and that's the one thing I've noticed in the sax scene is that whenever we played, at Boardwalk or Holy Diver or even Ace of Spades, like there's a lot of differences, even though it's all the same, if that makes sense. And I think everybody kind of brings something cool to the table that just adds to the scene.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of bands that I've either, heard the name of maybe once or twice, but never listened to their stuff. And then they're on the lineup with us at Holy, and I'm checking their stuff out, going, "Oh man, this is sick!" And then showing up to the show, and they go off, and I'm just 100% for that. You know,
That's
me
cool.
being hippie, me encouraging me, I love to see, see new bands and definitely live. So I think the SAC spot, NorCal spot's really hot for a lot of cool original sounding like newer bands. And I
Yeah.
love the just for the most part, not I wouldn't say 100%, but for the most part, there's some pretty good encouragement that usually goes around, and a lot, people are
Yeah.
pretty helpful, and for the most part there's not a lot of negativity. Like it I really like the NorCal scene for what it is. I'm actually really excited to see what it's going to be when we come back,
Yeah.
because there's also the potential that newer bands have started during
Very true.
COVID downtime. So it may just not be us, the regulars, that come back. It may be a whole gang more. And we may
That's
just get
true.
to see that even furthermore as some brand new music, some brand new things done in, behind in the shadows and then just coming out of nowhere. So we may see some bands just, come out swinging, some
That's
new
true.
stuff.
Fuck. Actually, I was gonna ask a question and I completely forgot what the fuck it was. I was like, it was like literally the tip of my tongue.
What was it
Shit.
about? Band me, music
Uh,
shows.
both. I think. Oh man, I'm drawing a fucking blank. Oh my god, I hate myself. Fuck. What? Oh my god, dude. I was like, as soon as you were about to finish your sentence, I was gonna say it.
Sorry, dog.
No, no, no. You're good. You're good. Oh fuck. I don't even know if it was a what, why, or when. I don't know what any of those things were. Fuck. Oh man, I don't want to end it like that. Oh man, that's a shitty way of ending this. Um, okay, so while I think about that, where can people find TFH?
So right now we are on a lot of music streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, and just a lot more. We actually just I uploaded the new two, and I guess there's Snapchat beta now that they're working on. So it sounds like
Interesting.
you can kind of get your music up on there like TikTok.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of new. I saw that on DistroKid when I was uploading the new 2-pack just recently.
yeah,
Um, there's quite a few. It's like 50 different plus stores online, but I think that's more of a worldwide thing. We typically use our Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Um, other than that,
YouTube.
we're kind of on our YouTube channel. We just kind of started, and from our DIY standpoint, we started putting a lot of our material up on there.
Yeah,
We're just going to continue to build that YouTube channel. So that and Instagram are basically the best. I mean, Instagram's the best way to see anything we're doing, as far
yeah.
as other content. But music wise, definitely YouTube, definitely like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, that kind of thing. And we're just going to continue to build it. So if you join now, subscribe now, you're in for more. There's a lot more coming than
That's
there
cool.
already is. I think by the end of the year, we will have put 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 brand new songs by the end of the
Holy
year,
shit.
including Revivify the EP, and then 8 out of these 2-packs. So
Wow.
there will be 13 by the end of the year. And that was exactly our goal, is to get content out, have something for someone to listen to that's not one song, two song, you know, even
Yeah.
though we can't accomplish a full length all at once, we just made it into smaller bites, things we can accomplish.
No, that's great.
So
That's great. Okay, I
yeah.
remember my question. So, out of the 10 years that you have been in TFH, have you guys ever toured?
No, we have
Do you
not.
do you want to?
I would love to. I
Like,
just uh, that's definitely something that is gonna have to be big and planned. Just because I have, a lot of kids and all the boys work, but me right now, um, just because of COVID and I'm home with the kids, like that's gonna be a big deal because the boys would have to quit. Some of
Yeah.
us, some of us in the team are in pretty big management positions in certain companies, so it's not just like, oh, fuck this job. Like they're in some pretty good places, and they're making great money and doing their thing. So it's something we want to work towards. I just, with the fresh start, I think we're just gonna keep building content and building our fan base back up and trying to get that, kind of receptance back, and then just start building up. And then when shows come back, I would love to work towards that. Who knows? Maybe 2 years from this conversation right now, I'll be planning a tour
Yeah. Or I
because
mean,
it may be there.
maybe next year you guys are gonna get fucking. Maybe later this year you'll get blown up, and someone's gonna be like, "Yo, let's take these guys out," and then next thing you know, you're on tour with Creed.
Dude, I'd love being on tour with Creed.
Dude, if any band bigger than us was like, "Hey, we'll take you on tour," I'd be like, "Yes."
Gotcha. I'm there.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm there. Even if our genres don't even go together, I don't fucking care. I'm down, dude. I honestly like the one thing that I will tell you that makes tour awesome is when you go to another venue and there's people there that you've never fucking seen in your life or even heard of, and they're like, "I love this song," or "I love this record," or "I love whatever it is that you do," and you're just like, "All right, this is pretty fucking cool." Like,
Hell yeah,
hell
man.
yeah, dude. Um, that's the one thing that just makes me so hyped. Besides, I said this on the I think it was I said it when I was on Kevin's podcast when I did his on Friday. Um, my all-time favorite thing is waking up the next day on a weekday and not going to work. It's so awesome, dude. It's the coolest thing. Like you just get up and you're just like, all right, and then you just look around the van and everyone's sleeping, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna hop out and go inside the TA and take a piss, brush my teeth, walk out with an energy drink and a fucking bag of chips, and then jump back in the van, look at my phone, just start going through social media, talking to people, and then be like, "Yep, I don't do anything till 6 o'clock tonight or 5 o'clock tonight. I got to be at the venue. Oh, we're down the street. Fuck, I guess we got to find something to do. Well, walk around, play Pokemon Go the whole time, or fucking play Switch." Um, yeah, I think one thing that you would like about tour would be the fact that you wake up next to all your boys in a different city and you don't got to go to work. You just get to go play your music. That's like
Yeah.
the best
The,
thing.
that's full send. You're doing it
Yeah,
pretty much.
full send. Like even if like I'm not making $1 million or anything of that, the fact that it's like I took a week off of work to just jam with my boys every night in a
Mm.
different city, that is fulfillment. That
See, and
is
that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier too. I mean, if that's where you put your standard of succeeding, hey, dude, if our band can tour, even just like once every year, every other year, go on a good tour, like, dude, that's great. Some
yeah.
bands will never achieve that. That's a great thing to be doing, and obviously we haven't, but that's something we've had our eye on for the whole 10 years since I started it. We're gonna get to that point when the time comes, but we just want to build it all up real good before we go out. You know what I mean? We kind of want people to know who we are, know who's coming before we get to that point.
Yeah, no, I understand, and I'm like finger crossed that we can finalize this lineup for Titan and start putting out new music and start doing shit and just it's a reset for us, I guess, almost. Having new vocals on the new songs, it's a new start. Like it's really a new start.
Hmm.
We've had the idea of actually just changing the name to just Titan. Like just change all of our social media and just label it Titan. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, drop the last part. Just drop those two words and just put Titan. Because people already chant that anyways. People already say, "Oh yeah, when Titan is playing tonight or whatever." It's like it's already there. Um, so we just been thinking about like why not just it's like rebranding ourselves, but we're still the
Yeah.
last. It's like we're still the last Titan, but like we just go by Titan now. Just people know what you talk about when you say, "Oh yeah, Titan." You
I'm
know?
not gonna lie. If you guys can get that, I actually kind of like that a lot. Like that sounds cool. It's easy to say. It's quick to the point. Like,
Yeah.
not that there's anything wrong with the last Titan, but just going, yeah, we're going to see Titan tonight, man. It sounds
Yeah,
better.
it sounds 100% better. And again, it just rolls off the tongue easier, and people already say it, so it's almost like why not do it? But we also thought about why don't we just promote ourselves as Titan, but like we keep our social media the Last Titan.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
couldn't hurt, dude. You do whatever you want, you know?
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, well, what's your band called? Oh, the Last Titan, but we go by Titan, and they're like, oh really? Like yeah. So you just put it in people's heads that it's okay to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see Titan tonight, and people know exactly what you're talking about, or you can say
Hell
the
yeah.
Last Titan, and people know. Either way, we just think it's more of let's people call us that. Let's take hold of that and let's do something with it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
dude. I mean, that would be cool. I'm hyped. I can't wait to hear all the new stuff.
dude, oh man, did you ever? Did I sent you that Snapchat of that instrumental we were working on?
Oh, you did? I barely even get on Snapchat. I'm gonna have to check it.
Yeah, I have to. Okay, okay, I can't. I'm not gonna say anything while we're recording this, but
Super hush.
yeah, what I'm gonna tell you after this is going to be very hush. But don't hang up, because I'm gonna say bye to you properly and all that good stuff. But I am gonna end the call. So, or not end the call, end the recording.
Okay.
So again, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it.